Months after a shooting at the Aurora Mall left one person dead, his family is now pleading for answers for someone, anyone, to come forward. A push for cleaner air is setting its sights on lawnmowers. This morning we'll show you how to make your way through the incentives to go electric. And record-breaking rainfall has been great for our drought conditions, but it's also costing many cities millions of dollars in repairs. Thanks so much for waking up with us this morning. The time is 6 a.m. on your Saturday morning. We appreciate you joining us on 9 News Mornings as we take a live look over the sunrise over a beautiful Colorado day. I'm Mark Salinger. Anusha Roy has the day off today, so it's just the guys holding it down. Greg, good morning.
Good morning to you. What's going on?
Not too much.
No, we're just here.
We're just having a conversation today. We appreciate you joining us as well as home.
Happy Saturday. Yeah,
Happy Saturday.
So we have one last day of strong to potentially severe storms, and then as we head into next week, a big flip. So it feels like...
I saw it's getting warm next week.
It is getting
It's
warm.
finally starting to feel like
and
summer.
It's getting dry for once, it feels like, right?
Turn those sprinklers on now.
Yeah, actually now's the time to do so, because next week's going to be very, very dry. Not only that, we're returning to temperatures that we normally see this time of the year. Finally back in the 80s and 90s. Not a whole lot of rain on the way either. Let's get a look at that forecast for us, as we do have a red flag warning in effect that starts at noon and all across the western slope and into the high country, ranging from Grand Junction to Aspen down through Gunnison. Gusts up to 40 miles per hour are possible. That lasts up until 9 o'clock today. But let's talk about what's going on right now. Upper 50s and lower 60s in Denver. Good morning, Lyman. We're sitting at 56 degrees. 40s and 50s into the high country. Grand Junction already at 64 degrees. We are dealing with a few light showers out towards the far eastern plains, but for the metro area, we are dry. And as we head into the afternoon hours, you'll start to see some showers and storms pop up mainly after 2 o'clock. I'm thinking that Denver and the metro area is not going to be getting hit with the brunt of it. That's going to be reserved for Kiowa out through Lyman, as of course pushing down to the far southeastern plains. Lamar and Springfield's going to be dealing with stronger to severe thunderstorms, but that doesn't mean that we're not going to be getting heavy downpours. That's likely going to be happening between say 2 and 7 o'clock this afternoon and into this evening. One last push of moisture between the 7 and 8 o'clock hour, and then by 9 o'clock tonight, we're dealing with partly cloudy skies. Otherwise, high temperatures today, upper 70s, nearing 80 degrees.
Greg, thank you. The family of a teen shot and killed outside the Aurora Mall is pleading for answers about his death. It's been several months now, with little new in the case. On March 25th, someone shot 13-year-old Phoenix Day twice in the parking lot of the mall. Police say Phoenix's group of friends and another group got into an argument inside the mall before the shooting. Detectives say they've executed several search warrants, including of persons of interests. They say they need more information now to make an arrest. Phoenix's family is hoping someone, anyone, will come forward with any information.
I will never understand why this happened to my son, but I do know that we deserve justice. I need to know what happened to my son. So please, if you've seen Phoenix that day at the mall, or you know anything about what happened to him or who did this, no details are too small.
Aurora police released these photos that you're seeing right now, showing several people that they want to talk about what happened the night of Phoenix's death. The reward for any information leading to an arrest is up to $4,000. Call Crime Stoppers in Aurora if you know anything. Firefighters in Colorado are hard at work battling several fires across the state. Crews are still working to slow the Spring Creek fire burning on the western slope. The wildfire ignited in late June in the Grand Valley near Parachute. Now the Rocky Mountain Incident Management Team says it's grown to about 200 acres since Thursday, reaching 3,200 acres or 5 square miles overall. Getting some growth in there recently now. Firefighters are working to separate the fire from drying vegetation. They say the fire is now about 37% contained. And near Grand Lake, a fire most likely started by lightning is causing problems. Crews are closing some roads as firefighters work to put out the Devil's Thumb fire in Grand County. It's stayed about 95 acres over the past couple of days and is 30% contained right now. It's burning in some areas with a lot of dead trees, fueling the growth that you see there over this time lapse. It's also making firefighting along those roads and making containment even more challenging. The Regional Air Quality Council voted to move away from gas-powered lawn equipment and push people towards electric. The group says 9 counties along the Front Range have been out of compliance with air quality standards for years.
Pound for pound, gas-powered lawn and garden tools produce a shocking amount of pollution that contributes to asthma and other serious health issues. So phasing them out is one critical way that we as a community can tackle our dirty air problem.
The measures under consideration include a ban on selling new gas-powered lawnmowers and tools starting in 2025, and seasonal restrictions on the same type of equipment for both public and commercial use. They still need to be approved by the State Air Commission. There's a long list of financial incentives encouraging people to use electric lawn equipment. 2 months ago, Democratic Governor Jared Polis signed a bill approving a 30% discount on electric lawn equipment, through certain stores. That won't go into effect until 2024. Well, one of Denver's most recognizable bridges is getting some work done. The Spear Bridge connecting I-25 to downtown sees about 20 to 30,000 drivers a day, and if you've driven on it at all recently, yeah, you've noticed that construction. It's an up and down, bumpy little ride that you're going over that bridge. It's not closed, but the flow of traffic does look a lot different right now during the work. The bridge with the giant green arches, even if you haven't driven over it, you know what it looks like. The green arches need expansion joints, a new deck, and fresh paint. That green paint that's kind of iconic with it. It's a $17 million project that's being done in both directions and in 3 different places along the bridge. About half the project cost is just the green paint alone.
The paint is really the frontline, item that protects that steel from corrosion. So while it does have the aesthetic benefits, it's also a key structural member.
So the work is over the South Platte River and Little Raven Street as well. Right now, that's where the work is being done. Then it'll move over the railroad tracks next. The entire project will take until next spring to finish. The city of Littleton says it'll cost $1.2 million to repair the collapsed culvert on Jackcastle Road. Yes, that's the real name of the road. It happened in June after record-breaking rainfall. The culvert installed in 1985 had pipes that were made of steel, which are prone to erosion. The city is replacing those with more durable concrete pipes. Even with all that rain, that's what's causing these massive repairs to happen. The hope is to reopen the road by the end of July, but rain again could slow things down. Moving to the city of Lakewood, they're getting a $20 million grant to start work on 6th Avenue and Wadsworth interchange. Congresswoman Brittany Pedersen's office announced that the interchange will be upgraded to reduce congestion for drivers in that area and increase safety. No date was given for the start of the project there. Starting Tuesday, you'll have to pay to drive in the Central 70 express lanes between I-25 and Chambers Road. Toll prices will range between $1.50 to $4.50. You can use an express toll pass to get an extra license plate fee. The lanes will be free to motorcyclists and carpoolers with 3 or more passengers. Well, all this rain has resulted in more mosquitoes. You may have felt them out there if you're spending any time outside, and health officials are finding more cases of West Nile virus in mosquitoes around the state. The virus has been found in mosquitoes in Boulder, Weld, Larimer, and Delta County so far already. Last year, Colorado had about 200 reported human cases of West Nile, and 20 of those people died, unfortunately. While most people do not get sick from West Nile, those 60 and older and people with certain medical conditions are at greater risk for seriously getting sick if they get the disease. Always use bug repellent when you're outside to help protect yourself from those mosquitoes, and wear long sleeves and pants when possible as well. Well, just in time for the weekend, Colorado Parks and Wildlife says the all clear has been given for swimming to return to Chatfield Reservoir. The beach was closed after officials found high levels of E. coli, but new tests showed that the levels are safe once again. Cherry Creek Reservoir Beach is still closed, though, for that reason.